A lot of movies try to be so pretentious, and they're like, this is actually about domestic violence and suicide sitting in the front yard.
This was just about mushrooms with teeth.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. I know shit sucks. Sometimes I don't want to watch you artistically interpretate how shit sucks. Sometimes I just want to watch cool stuff.
This was just people having fun.
This is cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, with you, sometimes it's hard to tell. Like, are you giving me instructions or are you just doing some of your ticks?
I got to make sure I'm recording.
Is that like a did I turn the oven off thing? How do you get anything done?
Quit woman-splaining me.
I'm offering you empathy.
Look, we're doing this movie. All right, how do we start this? I don't know how to talk about this movie.
So we're going to review Fungicide, which is a Troubled Moon film by Dave Wascavage. We did watch this movie on Tubi.
I was looking to annoy her by finding a really good, bad film.
Mission accomplished. Because I do love fungi.
Yeah, she's a biology nerd or a geek, whatever the term is. Oh, yeah, I'm Dizzy Wit.
And I may be Nessa.
Might be.
Oh, is it might be?
I just want to preface this by saying I liked this movie so much I was willing to go on a website. And if Troubled Moon ever sees this, I'm not being mean. I'm just saying their website looked kind of gnarly. And I put a lot of faith in them to not steal my credit card information.
Yeah, we did think that maybe your identity was getting stolen.
It took a long time to get here. I don't know if it's a bit that they put it in upside down. But I'm not fixing it. And I even picked up the soundtrack.
What I do want to say about the movie, though, is that it obviously is a family movie. It's a family unit that has put this movie together. It appears to be a couple and then like his parents and some of his buddies. And they are having a ball.
Before we get into our notes, we actually wrote notes for this. I just want to preface this by saying that the reason I fell in love with this movie personally, it was just so wholesome. It looked like someone just started filming with one of those straight to VHS camcorders in the 90s, and then like they just had fun.
Yeah.
And a film came out of it. It didn't seem like Sharknado, like, whoa, I'm trying to be so edgy. It didn't seem like The Room where it's like, oh, I'm smelling my own farts. It legitimately just seemed like fun. Oh yeah, and this is Bjorky. This is my daughter. Don't judge how ugly.
Babe, she can hear you. All right, so circling back around, I made some very detailed notes about the things that I pay attention to when I watch movies. And as you know, you and I pay attention to very different things. You're a very technical movie watcher because you know much more about production and sound and cinematography. While I am aware of those things, it is not why I watch movies per se. So my notes are vastly different than yours.
Every time I see a shot, all I can think about is the room it's in and where the microphone placement is. So...
Are we going to give spoilers in this?
Yeah.
No?
I mean,
I don't want to ruin it for anybody else, and people seem to feel very passionately about spoilers. Me, I do not care. It's not going to stop me from reading or watching when I find out how it ends. I still continue to do it, but there are a lot of people who get very upset.
The general premise is that all of these people are going to this, I guess it's a retreat?
It is a woman's house that she has evidently turned into some sort of a hotel, and she is bringing strange men to her home. That is one thing that I was like, I'm not so sure this is very realistic.
Here's the thing I love. Here's another thing I love about the movie. There was zero sexual connotation of any kind. No euphemisms.
No, there was one.
Except one. When the mushroom kills the prostitute.
There was a little bit of cheek out of the jean shorts. You know, it was cowboy boots. It was pretty demure, I would say, for hookers.
I mean, hey.
Yeah.
The ones that I know. Not that I don't like to see a nip be popped out every now and then. It's just, it's kind of redundant. And half the time it seems like the director needs to get from point A to point B.
And titty was the fastest way to do it.
And titty was the fastest way to do it.
There's a wrestler who has anger management issues and he's trying to chill. There's a real estate agent that wants the property. And then third visitor, of course, is the mad scientist who lives in his parents' basement. And actually is the character that kicks off the full plot of this movie. He is making some sort of weird chemical for an unknown reason. I don't think they ever disclose like why this is his pet project.
Because he's crazy.
Well, sure.
He's just crazy. He likes to
But
do
there's
it.
no lore about why he's doing it. He just is doing very poor lab protocol, I might add. No gloves, flinging liquid everywhere, not paying the slightest bit of attention. It was just terrible.
The last thing I want to say before we get into spoilers is... I forgot. Fuck, I was going to say something.
Well, it'll come to you.
Oh, yeah. There's mushrooms.
There are definitely mushrooms. I will give it this underlying everything else. It was refreshing to see a movie about homicidal mushrooms because they are much more similar to animals than they are to plants. No! Anyway, one thing that I did note was that the way that they started the movie was so great, which is the scientist is arriving. For some reason on his vacation, he brought his crazy potion. He walks up the stairs, trips, and this vial falls out of the briefcase, pops open, and drips down the deck to what is underneath. The subtitles were on, and it said, "Vial hisses," which I thought was great. Oh, yeah.
What he drops is this. Literally the exact case.
Without the aftermarket white spots.
This exact Panasonic case is what he drops, which holds a handheld camera that shoots directly to VHS.
And it leaks through the deck and goes down onto what are literally the white button mushrooms that you buy in the store.
You know he's a mad scientist because he has mad scientist clothing on.
He was an incel.
Not to mention, you know, getting into the technical aspect of things, the schizophrenic music that's playing the entire time.
I don't even know how to describe it.
The rest of the movie was like this weird honking oboe.
What on earth happened here?
Oh, sorry. I guess I dropped my scientific experiment. I mean, my hobby.
Mixed with like a...
Well, you know what? I think that you can probably focus on that when you do the soundtrack.
You got a point.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying at some points when I was trying to hear him talk, all I could hear was... The most overwhelming sound was when they would change scenes. Sometimes they would just have a shotgun sound.
Yeah.
It's like, ga-ga, ga-ga, ga-ga.
Yeah.
Let's take a look
Violently
at that
and
here.
unexpected. Also, another transition that they used was there would just be this random cartoon mountain in the back.
Okay. The CGI in this is my favorite that I've ever seen, I think. I think the only thing that rivals it is the Cell for me.
Okay.
And maybe Mirror Mask. I love early 2000s. Like, you know, those computers were running red hot, just trying to render.
Yeah.
Just screaming. Sometimes they would go back to tape, but then like pan and tilt and like, I think it's called Ken Burnsing digitally. So it's this mind melt of like different styles.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you listen to black metal.
Yeah.
You know, you want it either to be really, really well done or you want it raw. And this is the latter.
Oh, the other thing that I think is worth noting is that the innkeeper in the beginning, she had these psychic visions.
Those are not called visions. I have it in my notes. She says,
I sometimes get images.
Okay. Well, she had them in the first half, but she did not have them in the second half, and they were completely useless.
in my notes, I have hard to see things.
They were real mushrooms, and then they dripped the stuff on them, and then from that moment forward, they were weird creatures that through sporogenesis created many other duplicate copies of the weird creatures.
I want to just show a random scene. I don't know what scene I'm going to put on, but it's... There you go. Hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
The first victim.
The pest control man. He was the very first victim, and I thought it was very clever the way they introduced him so we could get a feel for what the mushrooms were capable of without losing any of the characters we were so recently invested in.
I mean, he was a good, hardworking, blue-collar man. She called him up and said, hey, I need stuff sprayed around my yard, and he was like, okay, I'll be there. I was kind of sad.
I didn't feel that way because he was spraying something on juniper bushes, which is not where carpenter ants live.
Fair point. Fuck
Okay.
that guy.
Yeah, he had it coming. But he was a good first victim, which alerted...
Sorry, I just remembered the drinking beer scene.
What's that?
It's called a beer, man.
Beer?
Jeez, is this guy for real?
What's this beer for?
Here you go, man. Just drink it.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a few people drink these. Okay, I'll have one. Oh, wow, this is what I was missing out on. And then she's like, let's go for a walk. And that's how we run into...
Right. We run into the military man who is being filmed on some sort of reality TV show. There's a cameraman filming him, and he's trying to do some survivalist type thing.
The dialogue isn't good.
Shut your trap, lady.
Hey, don't pressure the little lady. I'll do a half Nelson on your punk ass.
But I love it.
Wang.
I think...
Major, Wang.
It's kind of like a Kevin Smith movie. Sometimes I'm just
Yeah.
like, why are you talking so much?
Why are you
just
saying that thing?
do
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Cameraman filming military guy becomes victim number 2 really quickly.
Did we mention that the director was the real estate guy?
I don't think we did.
Okay. I said pesticide man looks like Jeremiah Watkins. Run into military guy. See old come. I just want to do an abrupt interruption to talk about the wood chopping scene.
She's got a branch that's about this big around. Would you say that was accurate? Yeah. She's got a branch on
Dead
a
as hell,
stump
too.
about this big around. And she's supposed to be chopping wood.
It kind of stunned like me when I first saw
know.
that scene.
Like, how would you fake that? It would be hard not to I'm sure that if you just pushed on it hard, the whole thing would have snapped.
Like, she's supposed to be a survival lady, isn't she?
Yeah, she was. Well, she was a hippie, yeah. Tony the wrestler. He was Tony. He was Titus.
He was also Titus.
He was also Titus. Finally gets hurt. And the thing just bites him a couple of times. Tony's injury is the first time that anyone takes this personally.
Doesn't he start sprouting?
Yes!
What did you call the mushrooms again? White
White button
He starts sprouting
out of his ankle sock.
his ankle sock, and that's when they know it's on. They're like, no, it can't be true. No, it can't be true. No, it can't be true.
Right.
This cannot be happening.
There was also a lot of miscommunication in the movie about whether it was day or night. And I'm not sure if that was...
No, yeah, inside, later on, it gets dark outside.
But also light.
But inside, it's light. But also, the dark scenes are clearly just daytime that's had some filter put on it.
But I did note that right after Tony's injury is when they had the weird paper mache body that was unrelated to anything or anyone. Do you think maybe they were practicing to see like how an attack would look or something like that?
You talking about in IRL, like real life? I think that they were like, what are we supposed to do? Let's just play into it. Future me edit in a clip of 36 minutes in with what we were talking about before. Sorry, we're off track, but
It's them! It's them! They're the ones that killed Bruce!
Hey, what's wrong with you, man?
They're the ones!
Yo,
There were many different species of crazy mushrooms represented. Some of them were like a costume, and some of them were like
dope ass CGI.
sure.
Listen, I don't know where on the timeline it is. We're just talking about random stuff, but the scene where there's a actual person in a mushroom costume walking across a graveyard for an extended period of time. And then the CGI mushrooms, oh no, then he squirts all over the...
Sporogenesis.
He squirts all over the graves and then grows these other mushrooms.
Right. And they grow ridiculously fast.
Who then later, in the lore, puke skeletons. In one of the greatest scenes I've ever seen in a movie. That scene alone may have made me buy this.
It was really something to behold. So that was quite something. But all of this is occurring while it's leading to the final battle.
I literally could talk about everything in this movie for hours.
Yeah.
But cut to 39 minutes in. You've been an asshole for some time now.
One more crack like that and I'll slit you from gut to gullet.
I think I agree with you on this one. Why don't we just bury him somewhere?
Yeah, like someplace dark and moist.
What is it with you? Been an asshole for some time now. Maybe I should teach you some manners.
Eventually, after they tie up the mad scientist, and he's literally daydreaming about putting the mushrooms to bed and feeding them and being their father, we get an incredible, indescribable scene of the first mushroom making its way into the house. The graphics. I mean, what are you going to say?
I don't know what you could say.
It gets better.
Did it?
It did.
But he has run out of the house.
I'm blinking help me with my eyes.
He runs out of the house and is only to be nearly attacked by another mushroom, and that's when the mushroom breaks through the sliding glass door.
I don't remember. I kind of blacked out there for a little bit, but all I have written down is whoops wrestler's ass.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
But they also had a really cool power where when they bit you or took a chunk out of you, they would then gain all of your knowledge.
Oh yeah, when they got your blood, they got all your tricks and skills.
Start squirting until stabbed. Cut back to us talking about the graveyard. I have it written down here. Amazing CGI. Graveyard, germination, bussin' and squirtin'. Squoitin'. Okay. Speaking of one-liners, I think the best one-liner comes after Jade's had enough of these mushroom shit. What does she say?
She says,
Let's kick some fungus.
bro, it goes so hard
Come,
in the
my
moment.
Lady. Come, my lady.
Yeah, it
You're
goes
my
so
butterfly,
hard.
Sugar,
And at this
baby.
point, she's put on tactical pants and a camo shirt and a ball cap. So you know that she means business.
Then it gets to something that will live in my heart and mind forever, which is the final fight scene of Fungicide. They decide to go slime out all those spores. Wait, are mushrooms spores or spores?
Yeah, they're spores. Well, the mushrooms themselves are the fruiting bodies, but when they do that thing where all those spheres come out of them,
Squirting and bussin'?
Yeah, those are spores.
They decide to go slime out these monster shrooms, these monster mushrooms.
They just have had enough, and they feel like now that the one broke through the starts when he comes out the front door.
I can't focus because all I can think about are the effects on all of these mushrooms dying, bro. I don't know. Like, they're slapping them with sticks. One of the mushrooms,
right.
like the actor.
Wait. The telekinesis. Don't forget that.
Yeah, the actor picks up a stick, then hits himself in the head on an accident, and
Yeah.
then replay it like a Bollywood movie. Like, there's a lot of Bollywood editing of like repeated shots. I can't overstate how I keep saying amazing, but how incredible, how perfect the CGI kills are. It's unbelievable when the military guy grabs them and slings them around and throws them. It tickles me right here. Something right here and something right here, they connect, and it just makes me go,
There's such
against my will.
there's such diversity of death too, because there are so many sizes. Like there's the fully human-sized mushroom with arms that is fighting with sticks at some point.
And the dude punts the little one.
You know, depending on the size, they have different strategies for how they're going to get them.
Well, I will say 90% of the time on all of them, they completely full send melee weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Like they just...
Yeah, it is carnage on a level that if it was a human on human type scene, it would
get Jade into the
rival.
UFC.
Yeah.
Because when she's on top and she's choking that one out for a good 2 minutes...
She grabbed it by the neck and choked it to death. And evidently they breathed because this one died of asphyxiation.
They stay on shots for a long time. You know, we're used to modern where you're like, scroll. I'm tired of this, whatever. Jump cut here. Like, this movie makes you slow down and makes you pay attention. Also, they started like sharting baby bells, or what the fuck are those called?
The white buttons.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
They start sharding the white buttons out their skull.
And Tony the wrestler is just like taking a sword.
How do
and
you
just
remember
like,
these names? That is crazy work.
Buddy, I
Put a
got
gun
it.
to my head. I still can't remember that kid's name in Sinners.
Yeah, well. Jackson, the real estate agent, also ends up dying, and then Titus, of course.
Did they knock? Is he the one whose hand they knock off? Because that's
Yes.
that's a
Yes.
grade A S tier scene.
Yes.
When the Marine's grabbing that one and he hits it and then he just chops it for some reason.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's a mushroom v human melee at the end that goes on, I would say, for a good 20, 25 minutes.
Until they're at a car and she throws vinegar outside of the car.
Oh God, I didn't even remember that. Balsamic vinegar.
Yeah, and it blows up like a grenade.
I have an idea.
And then because she's a hippie, she makes her own vinegar and she has a barrel of it in the bottom of the house.
A perfectly real, non-CGI'd barrel that hangs out below in some weird crawl space. And the military guy luckily has a fuse on him.
Right. And he somehow manages to make the balsamic vinegar explosive.
Well,
so
I
I'm
think
going to do
it's-
some research on that.
I think it's explosive when it touches them. Maybe they were down in the crawl space.
No, that's not how bombs work.
But she just made explosive vinegar?
Yeah, that's
'Cause
what
she
I'm
didn't
saying.
mean to make it explode the first time.
No, she just threw. Oh, you're right. She just threw it on him out the window, and then they exploded.
You're right, there was no bomb.
No,
in
there
the-
wasn't. They just had like a fuse thing,
Wait,
and then
is
they
this
managed
a crack
to.
in the logic of fungicide?
Oh gosh, there's yeah.
I mean, it all makes sense to me.
But they did. I think blow up the house.
Well, before that, the guy forgets his pills on purpose.
He does that so he can go out there and fight the good fight.
They're all
He wants to be fueled by rage.
they're all converging on them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then he doesn't take his pills on purpose and then explodes because he has spontaneous combustion disorder.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't allow drugs in here.
No, you got it all wrong. These aren't the kind of drugs you're thinking about. My doctor prescribed these. It's to help my condition.
And what condition is that?
Spontaneous combustion.
Aha.
And then he
then-
meant literally.
He meant literally.
Okay, see, I was thinking those pills were just like Klonopins. They're for the acute.
Why else would he explode?
He has spontaneous combustion.
They
Oh,
become,
okay. So, yeah, in the wrap up, who's the other guy?
There's two white guys that she couldn't keep
I
track of.
I couldn't tell them apart.
I had
They
to be
just-
like, honey, that's a different white guy.
They look the same to me.
It was kind of astounding. But one of the white guys lives. And they make a book.
Yes. So Jade and the surviving man become authors and they tell their story. And while they are at a book signing telling their story, guess who shows up?
An apple a day? Will keep everyone away.
He shows up with an apple and
Right.
starts going, hoo-ha-ha-hee-hee-hee-hee. Does that not imply that there was going to be a sequel with apples?
I don't think it implies that. I think it just implies that he intends to do it again. You know what I mean?
Anyways, that's Fungicide.
The
I mean-
balsamic vinegar? Fuck yeah. But stabbing it? No.
Well, maybe the juice gave them juice, and then when their juice came out, their life force died.
Then they're vampires? Also, I think we would be remiss if
Who?
we didn't. Oh, sorry. My bad.
Who?
Dizzy Wit. I think we
Okay,
would be
Jennifer.
remiss.
Comment down below what type of guns those were. YouTube loves when you talk about guns.
Oh, yeah. Wholesome.
Will you grab that DVD right there?
This?
This is the next thing we're reviewing.
Oh, no, it is not. No, it is not.
You know,
No.
what? Look at the back of it.
I don't even want you to show
Read
this.
that.
I'm not reading this.
I'll read
No.
it. Let me read it.
Oh, my God.
Nation's most violent 100% real fight videos. 13 of the sickest and bloodiest felony fights in one DVD. Felony fights soundtrack coming soon. MySpace.
Did you spend money on that?
MySpace.com/felony fight music featuring Zodiac. I just popped my back laughing.
Did you spend money on this?
I will never tell you, but I will tell you that it features 11 on 11 rumbles.
You son of a bitch.
A girl. Ooh,
Oh, porn. I see that.
a
Look
girl.
at that.
Girl fights. Look, she's got an M16.